Then, we'll meet a Minnesota man who decided to become a tour guide of sorts. We'll tag along with the prairie teacher.
Don't go the same place twice.
Browning Pro Ed Preckle helps you hit crossing targets. And the pros from Purina help you get your dog ready for pups.
It's time for Pheasants Forever Television, celebrating America's ringneck pheasant.
Hunt him up. Come on, hunt him up. Be ready. Oh, big rooster!
We got to work it this way, east and west.
Let him get way up now. Rooster! Way to go. Way to go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Shera. Welcome to the show. You know, pheasant hunters are made up of all kinds of characters. That said, it's time to meet Pat Moore. He's a pheasant hunter on 4 wheels.
Ringneck dreams come true look a lot like this. On the Iowa prairie, it's enough to make a guy a little bit birdie.
Super Bowl of pheasant hunting, Zane, right now.
Like clockwork.
Opening day.
Outside Oskaloosa, Iowa,
You ready?
this group gathers fieldside year after year for Iowa's 8 a.m. start.
Every year it's an annual event.
Just another opening morning.
All right, let's do it, guys.
You might think so too,
But we'll hunt this first and hopefully flip them over into this.
until you meet Pat Moore.
Hunt them up, Otto. Hunting is a big part of my life and a big part of my identity. Look at them all!
Put simply, Pat hunts with passion.
This is the day we live for. This is what we think about all summer, and we're at the trap and skeet range. This is what we're getting ready for.
Nice shot.
There goes one right there. It's a rooster. 2 roosters. What? 3 roosters. 4 roosters. What a cluster. This is what we live for every year. Opening day, Iowa pheasant.
The love of a pheasant opener
There goes another one. That's a hen.
may mean more to Pat than most.
I was born with spinal bifida.
Paralyzed from the waist down, Pat once had little chance to wander a pheasant field until 1987, when 4-wheelers hit the market.
Oh, it was phenomenal. It was real hunting. Before that, I was, standing at the end of the fence row, waiting and hoping and posting, and a lot of times they couldn't really get me there because they couldn't get the truck back to where the posters needed to be, and this has opened up lots of doors for me.
Pat and his buddies rigged a riding box. Pat stands and runs the machine. His side-by-side sits up front.
Every state will issue a shoot from the vehicle permit, a stationary vehicle.
He's got permits for 7 states, so now he hunts about anywhere, just the way it should be. Pierre Tarine wouldn't miss the Iowa opener with his buddy Pat.
I think it's a great tool. It allows him to go almost everywhere.
This is really all I've ever known, is getting around kind of like this. So it's really no big deal to me. What do you think, buddy?
On this day,
And he's ready to shoot his first pheasant, and we're hoping that that'll happen today.
Pat hopes to help nephew Zane bag his first bird.
Is it a dog birdie? Go ahead, don't be afraid to be out front a little bit. That's perfect. See, if something goes up, you can get a safe shot. Hen, don't shoot it. Rooster, shoot it, Zane. Pop it, buddy. Shoot it again. Is that fun? Where do you think you missed that one? You think you were over him or a little to the right? You just really appreciate the fact that you're alive. You think, wow, this is just a great day to be alive and be out here and be thankful for everything that you've got. As you get closer to the end of this, you're going to see more birds. There goes a rooster running up there.
He has more challenge than the average able-bodied person will ever have in their lifetime.
Did he try to pee at it, huh?
And yet he's always cheerful, always ready to go, always ready to hunt. He's an inspiration.
We might all learn from Pat.
I hope that people realize that there's all kinds of ways to get outdoors and enjoy this.
Pat found his way into the field, and for that, he is ever thankful.
You gotta have fun in life. What's the alternative?
Up next, Browning Pro Ed Preckle hands over his best tips to help you hit crossing shots.
Right there. There you go. Get him.
Then, we're off to Alberta to see who might be Canada's next great shot. Later, a walk on the wild side means getting dirty and learning a little something as we meet the prairie teacher. Purina's top dogs talk nutrition for your female before the pups come. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Gander Mountain. We live outdoors. And by South Dakota Tourism. Plan your South Dakota pheasant hunt with online deals at TravelSD.com. Now we head to the field for Shotgun Savvy, brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Hi, I'm Ed Preckle with Browning and Top Gun Shooting Sports. You know, one of the toughest shots you'll encounter in the field is the crossing shot. Of all the opportunities out there, this one is the hardest one to make. Oh! A crossing shot is simply a target that's traveling at right angles to your position, either left to right or right to left. The hard part about this shot is it can be traveling at all different speeds and all different distances. Well, there's 3 ways to go about making this shot. You can either start the gun behind the target, move past the target, and as your gun passes the target and opens up the gap ahead of it, hit the trigger when you think the timing is right. That's called the pass-through method. The second way is a sustained lead. Well, I'll start my gun ahead of the target, maintain what I believe to be the right amount of lead for just a second, pull the trigger, keep the gun moving, and hopefully have guessed right. The last method is to mount the gun right on the target and then pull away. Pull! As the airspace opens up, when I feel it's the right amount, I'll hit the trigger and keep on moving. Pull! This is by far the most demanding shot, and most people typically miss behind and over this target. The key is to follow through, get that gun ahead of the target, keep it moving, and pull the trigger. But with some consistent practice, you can make this shot every time. You'll be the envy of your friends and be absolutely the best there is.
Hi there, I'm Bill Shirk, the man about the woods. You know, Pheasants Forever's #1 priority is creating habitat for birds, but a close second might just be getting kids involved in shooting sports. Just watch. Pumpers rule on the Alberta prairie. Always have, until now.
Cyrus, Thunderchild, Ryan Craig, you're a team over here.
These days,
Whoa.
pheasants get a lot of attention.
Okay, you're behind it.
In the prairie town of Brooks, Alberta,
Okay.
folks hope to get kids involved in birdie endeavors. Here, actions speak louder than words.
This is our second-year youth event. We went specifically for 26 kids.
Whoa.
So we get them shooting guns and we teach them the basics of shooting guns.
Perfect.
You see some vast improvements just in an hour's effort.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
3 rules here is safety, safety, safety. So that's #1 and #2 and #3.
Pheasants Forever Calgary focuses on the kids for good reason. You see, Alberta does not have a lot of public hunting land. Good habitat's a challenge too.
One of the things that we've done up in Canada is we've done a lot of things to deter people from getting into it. Everything from our regulatory agencies putting things in that limit access to some of these opportunities, and that concerns us.
Whoa. Whoa, I have my safety on.
That's right.
Folks in Brooks believe that if kids get into the sport, they'll be the next generation to acquire land, improve habitat, and protect Alberta's upland legacy.
The people that are here today are the future funders of Pheasants Forever fundraising events. The people that are here today are going to be the people that are going to contribute dollars to future habitat programs. It's a passion for some of us to share these experiences with novice hunters, first-time hunters. It's huge.
Come on. Good boy.
After we instill some gun safety in their minds, we take them out and we do the practical portion of the whole session.
The practical portion, young hunters get their first crack over dogs.
Okay, good boy.
And getting them over top quality dogs so that they can, their first experience out, experience it the way that everybody should have the chance to experience. And we all, not everybody's had that opportunity, but that's what we want to provide for people.
Well, the most important thing, guys, don't shoot the dogs.
Scott Briggs volunteered his German Shorthair to first-timers Mike Reed.
It's fun.
And Logan Koenig.
There he is. They get excited, I get excited. It's just great. It's just fun. Oh. It's awesome to see kids get excited about something like this.
I didn't see that second one coming up and I have my safety on, so.
That's what you're supposed to do, is have your safety on.
As excited as I was when I first got my first pheasant. Oh! Oh!
Oh! Safety on. Fetch here.
Good man. Good shot. That's what we call a pillowcase right there, buddy. You can make a pillowcase with all the feathers you knocked off that thing. Good job. Good shooting.
Within an hour,
steady. Whoa, oh, right there. There you go. Get him.
Both Mike and Logan have their limit.
Woo!
Now, the guides don't cheer because the kids got birds. Instead, they're encouraged because they see that next generation taking interest. Interest in Alberta's hunting passion. Goal accomplished.
You know, it's a pretty rich heritage here in Alberta, and especially pheasant hunting here in Brooks. I mean, it's really important, I think. Right up here, boys.
And that's what the whole experience is about. We just want people to have fun hunting.
Way to go, boys.
Up next, we head to the field for today's Habitat Habit. Plus, Purina's pros help you get your dog ready to have pups. A little later,
boy, that's good.
We'll meet a man with a passion for prairies and teaching people how to better understand them. Keep it tuned to Pheasants Forever Television. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Browning, the best there is, and by EAR Inc., specialized hearing systems for sportsmen and hunters. Habitat Habit, brought to you by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment.
Hey, I'm Matt Holland, Senior Field Coordinator for Pheasants Forever. Much of the pheasant range was historically native prairie, and what you see here is a restored prairie, which is a good start. In the past couple hundred years, farm fields have replaced prairies. In fact, in many states, less than 1% of our native prairie remains. That's why Pheasants Forever is dedicated to restoring our prairie habitats. Why prairies? They hold the soil well, provide great water quality benefits, and they're great nesting and brood rearing cover for pheasants. Besides that, they're great places to look at. Here at Pheasants Forever, when we help someone rehabilitate their land, prairie restoration is right at the top of the list. And by doing so, we ensure pheasants forever.
Purina presents Gun Dog Savvy. Purina, fuel the champion within.
Folks, I'm sure at some point you're going to want to raise a litter of pups, and this is a big deal, I know. But if you follow a few simple tips, you'll enjoy the experience and have fun doing it. Arlie, can you help us with some ideas or some tips?
Sure. We want to get mom ready to have this litter. So in order to do that, we want to make sure she's up to date on vaccines, she's up to date on worming, and she's in good shape, which means not too heavy and not too thin. We can accomplish this by just monitoring her food intake, giving her some mild exercise. She gets too heavy, she may have trouble delivering the pups or producing enough milk. She gets too thin, the pups may be small at birth, and there's an increased incidence of stillbirth. So we want to be real careful about that.
So we feed the female differently?
Yeah, that's right, Bob. We want to feed a performance ration for the first 4 weeks at maintenance levels. And then after that, during the last 5 weeks, we increase that about 10% per week, so that at whelping, she's getting about 1.5 times maintenance. Now, as she goes into lactation, her needs are going to increase even more. It's about a 30% increase over maintenance for each pup that she has, which can be as much as 6 times maintenance with a big litter. So we want to feed her at least twice a day, preferably free choice, with a good performance or growth ration.
So folks, even though this is a big experience for you, if you follow these tips, you'll soon be enjoying the fun of a new litter on the ground.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Still ahead, we're off to Minnesota for a dirty day in the field. Pheasants Forever Television, brought to you by Purina, Fuel the Champion Within, and by Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Tough guys need tough tools.
Welcome back. Life on the prairie can be good, but it's especially good if we remember to pass on the values to the next generation.
I've always enjoyed the farm. I didn't enjoy farming.
Dave Jacobson spends retirement watching the grass grow.
You know, I'm amazed.
Certainly not punishment, but instead Dave's passion.
This is all in a pretty much strict rotation of oats, corn, and alfalfa.
For more than 100 years, this old farm belonged to Dave's father and grandfather.
There aren't a lot of farms that have stayed in the family for that long a period of time.
Dave wants to keep it that way. His plan, turn back the clock and restore the prairie.
As I started it, people would drive by and I'm sure say, now what? You know, because there's always something different going on.
After more than 10 years of work, Dave completed his dream.
I have a total of 6 ecosystems on the farm, one of which is the wetland, and I have restored about 30 wetlands over a 10-year period of time.
His vision fulfilled thanks in large part to Pheasants Forever.
They were probably the first organization, private organization, that contributed to actually funding some of the seed and some of the trees and so forth.
A contribution that's made all the difference.
One morning, just before lunch, there were approximately 20 hens and 20 roosters altogether. So they've become a very, very important organization as far as developing this is concerned.
You see, Dave opens his doors to anyone who might stop by for a visit. Today, it's a group of Sauk Center High School students.
By the way, I'm wired, so if you're close to me, watch your language, okay? And watch mine, too.
Dave invited the teens to learn about the wetlands.
What we're going to be doing today is a snapshot of what's underneath the surface of that water. One pair of kids who will be going in that rubber raft, and they will be doing the collection right out here in the middle. Okay, good luck, guys.
Godspeed.
Hey, guys, you're looking good. Don't go the same place twice.
We are looking for microinvertebrates.
Macro means small, and invertebrate is an animal that has an exoskeleton, skeleton on the outside. So you got way too much stuff in there.
You know, I kind of tell him what we're studying, and then he tells me the things that he can add to it, and I kind of prepare the kids before we come out.
Good, that's great, super.
I love it. There's not another thing I'd want to be doing right now.
Who wouldn't love a class where you get a little wet and muddy?
Nothing on that scoop. This is one of those classes where we actually get to do that. Not many classes offer this kind of stuff.
Guys, a couple more minutes.
Dave's patience with the kids goes back to his days as a teacher at Sauk Center.
Speech and English, I had nothing to do with science at all.
Oh, really? Huh. I didn't know that.
If I had had classes like this when I was teaching, I wouldn't have quit.
We've got a bunch of little bugs in there.
Boy, that's good.
I don't know exactly how old he is. I think he's in his 70s, but he has the ambition and the passion of a 30-year-old.
You know what I bet that is? That's a mosquito larvae.
Cool that he's keeping these wetlands up, and it's cool that he's into this stuff too.
Pretty cool stuff that's being recognized around the state.
I just picked it up out of the mailbox, and it's a story on my farm and gives a background on my restoration. After a lifetime away, Dave Jacobson returned his family farmstead to its original glory.
A return to the glory Dave preserved forever through the Minnesota Land Trust.
Most people have recommended at the time that I just sell it and move into town and take it easy. And I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to live out here.
Who knew watching the grass grow could be so much fun?
It feels great. Just feels great.
Well, once more, we've come to the end of the field. Remember, introduce a kid to hunting, and on behalf of Pheasants Forever, I'm Ron Shira.
What'd you find out there? What'd you find?
Nice shot.
There goes one right there. It's a rooster. 2 roosters. 3 roosters. 4 roosters. What a cluster.
Pheasants Forever. That truly is our goal. Join us.